Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/ask Reddit by Planet Reddit. What are the things every man should at least try even though they are stigmatized as gay or unmanly? Moisturizing. Take care of your skin, boys. I second this. Skincare is a must, especially for people working outside all day. A good moisturizer in the morning which has a decent SPF rating will not only protect you against UV damage, it'll make you silky smooth. Any recommendations? CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Lotion SPF 30 if you want an all-in-one. Purito Centella Green Level Unscented SPF 50 for a standalone, yet moisturizing sunscreen. These are a couple favorites from r/skincare addiction, so come join us for more. When my husband and I first started dating, I turned him on to the magic of baths. We did face mask and bath bombs, which he really thought would explode, and bath salt, which he was worried would make him a zombie. Now he drags me into Lush and asks if after our date nights if we can't take a bath. I keep talking about when we buy our house, and he follows up with it needs a nice tub. Edit. You all keep making references on this, but I don't know what you are referring to. Please pretend all I do is take baths. I just want to know what is being referenced. Edit 2. It's not just friends being referenced. Monica. I drew my own bath, but I did it wrong. The water's tepid. The salt didn't dissolve and is now lodged places, and the scents I use don't complement each other. Eucalyptus and chamomile? What were you thinking? Getting a massage. My son never had one and I convinced him to get one. He felt so relieved. Why would that be stigmatized? I used to go regularly. They meant getting a massage from a man. Costanza style. I think it moved. Going to the spa. D or no D, we all deserve to be pampered every once in a while. Treat yourself. 2011. IT's the best day of the year. Cooking. Fucking hell, don't rely on others for something you need every day. Deliveries and takeaways are expensive, and it's really satisfying when you whip up something and it's delicious. Eating noodles and microwave meals all the time isn't really that much better too. You can make a pretty good pasta for like $1.03 or so per portion. And to those men who say I'd just marry someone who cooks. Yeah right, what if the one doesn't know how to cook? Edit. Just like Chef Gusto said, anyone can cook he. Edit 2. Typo. Cooking is a weird one, because the idea that it is unmanly only applied to domestic cooking. Professional and recreational grilling were considered men's work. Yeah, most chefs are men, and for some reason I've always been treated weird when I talk to co-workers about cooking dinner when I get home. Makes no sense. Yo, since quarantine I've been doing face masks, using a tinted sunscreen, using a CeraVe face wash, using actual shampoo and conditioner, not the combo garbage, and a leave-in. I've literally never felt better about my appearance. I'm sure I look the same, but just doing something makes me feel like I'm in control and am helping. Good for you. I recently got real shampoo and conditioner as well, and my hair feels amazing and looks so much better. It's good to invest in yourself, take care of you. That shit also very expensive. I am extremely disappointed this is a US thing only. I'm in urgent need of a therapist, but I'm flat broke. Guys should definitely try yoga, at the very least. It's a form of exercise that builds balance, flexibility and strength in each and every pose, is low impact enough to be done until old age, but is challenging enough to build muscle. Plus if you go into the other aspects of yoga, including meditation, breathing, concentration, etc., life feels better and lighter. I used to have a personal trainer who championed yoga. I would regularly scoff at the usefulness of yoga as a real workout. Then one fine day, he took me through a solid hour of yoga. I was thoroughly whipped and wringing wet. Brian, yoga is a great workout. Whipped and wet during yoga? Sounds kinky. They don't call it hot yoga for nothing. Hugging, in general. Edit. Wow, 0k likes. Dude, hugs are the best. I don't know. Is hugging really considered unmanly nowadays? I don't feel like it is anymore. Keeping a diary. You'll become more reflective and more productive as a result. Put some class on it and call it Captain's Log. I feel sorry for men who were not hugged, kissed or comforted while growing up in a familiar, non-sexual way. Hardly know any white men who have been hugged or kissed by their dad, grandpa, paternal uncles. I feel sorry for them that they did not grow up with their biological parents and had no emotional support as such. Edit equals thanks for 4.4k. This was my Reddit all-time best. D. When I was young I didn't get any hug from my parents nor from any familiar. Of course that was not good at all. My first hug that I can remember was in high school. I think that I had 17 and was from a teacher. I was so surprised that I did lost the concentration by 5 minutes. She comes from my back and hugged me without any warning. Of course that was like an experiment or something to make me build trust in myself. I don't know actually, but I can tell that was not sexual at all. The second hug was 1 year later with a female classmate. It was even better because we both hug each other, and I could feel my friend's cold and fragile body but in a warm hug. It was near to the winter, so yeah, that is why she was cold, or at least her clothes. Nowadays my mom hugs me a lot. I have 23 It's a little uncomfortable, but I do like it. I would hug the yuck out of you, mate. My dad wasn't super affectionate growing up. As a kid I was kind of affectionate and I know we hugged. I have a memory of laying out on the couch together and watching Coach. We both loved Luther, Jerry Van Dyke, and I can remember just laying with him and watching that show. My parents divorced 32 years ago or so, and 10 years ago my mom died. I preached a little bit at her funeral, although I did not do the main service. I read a passage from Isaiah and then from 1 Peter. As I looked up to start my mini message, the first person I saw was my dad in the back of the room. He wanted to come and support us. He had my stepdad's blessing, and he still loved her, even if not in a husband-wife way. He hated that I saw him, not because he didn't want me to know that he was there, but he knew it would choke me up a bit, and it did. The next day we left town to head home, and standing in my dad's garage he gave me a hug that probably lasted about 1 minute. Literally, just didn't want to let me go. He knew what it was like to lose his parents and he wanted to comfort me. 2 weeks ago he died in an accident, and one of the first things I thought of was who's going to hug me when I leave town this time? The answer, thanks to COVID and family members being at risk, was nobody. Manicure pedicure. Edit. What in the well, now I feel bad. My top rated comment was just a passing remark. Thank you kind strangers for the awards and upvotes though. D. I 100% agree. When I came back from back-to-back Iraq deployments, my feet were jacked up from being in boots for 25 months. My wife suggested I come with her to the day spa to get a PD. I've been going every 2 weeks since. That was 2008. Back from back-to-back, my just woke up brain refused to make sense of that for almost 2 minutes. I'm pretty good at sharpening dull knives, even the ones you use to try and chop rocks with. I transferred my skills to filing and polishing nails. According to my GF and her sister-in-law, the result is worth the $50 they'd spent somewhere. I refuse to do glue on plastic nails because when they come off eventually, the nail underneath is brittle and ducked up entirely. And I can't stand the complaining over things she did to herself despite previous experiences with doing the exact same thing to herself. Crying. Just let it out. Guys, you can do it. Don't apologize for it or hide it either. You say that I can do it, but I just literally can't. I recently lost a close friend, and I felt the need to, but the most I could get out was a few tears. I know it would feel good though. This 100x. Do I want to? Yes. Do I feel like I have to? Yes. Does it happen? Nope, not in a million years. It feels like something is blocked in my brain that prevents me from doing so. Wearing a mask, apparently, at least here in Texas. North Carolina. 2. I'm the only one at work right now wearing one. One of the bosses will wear one if he's trying to impress a client who is wearing one. He did that one day and left it on too long. One of his friends came in and said, "What, you scared?" Like they were kids on a playground. And he responded like a kid on a playground. "Nah, I ain't scared," and ripped it off. My other boss told us right after we reopened that bros don't social distance. I really hate it there. What, you scared? Unclick seatbelt. Takes hands off steering wheel. I'm not scared. I'm precautious, you uneducated potato. Probably gonna be downvoted for this, But as a straight guy, I love butt stuff. It's not an every time thing, but damn do it feel good. You have a way with words. +1 for Shatoris, I'm dying laughing. Everyone has a butt, so butt stuff is the most gender neutral one can do stuff to. Good for you. Anything? Real men don't give a shit that other people think they're being unmanly. I'll confidently order a Cosmo at the bar in my purple shirt because it's a good drink and purple is my favorite color. This is the correct answer, and honestly it took way too fucking long to be said. Years ago, my wife's best friend's sister became the manager of a bar in my town. She invited my wife to come in one weekend night with the intimation that all drinks would be on the house. She included me in the invite, but mostly to be polite. She didn't really know me, and she didn't think I'd come. Because it was a gay bar, all I heard was free drinks. I will say this, the clientele of that establishment was the most chill bunch of bra flies I've ever seen in my life. I had a few dudes try to flirt, and the moment they found out I was straight and there with my wife, they were not only 100% respectful, they were all over themselves telling me how much I was to be admired. Apparently a straight guy being comfortable drinking in a gay bar is something of a unicorn. If I'd actually drank all the drinks sent to our table, I'd have been in the air that night. Weirdly enough, the men's room of that place was cleaner than most hospital bathrooms I've seen. Join our community Discord, link in description. Showing your emotions. Can't believe nobody mentioned this, but Broadway musicals, plays, and show tunes in general, they rock. I can do without the sex suggestions, but you all be you. Mani and pedicures. The women in there are, usually, really nice and it feels amazing. As someone who bites their nails constantly, they also make me not want to bite them because my nails look so good, lol. Edited for Mark. Proper dancing lessons. Read books, or even poetry. Discuss their thoughts and feelings openly. Cry. I wouldn't say reading books is considered unmanly. When I became a man, I put away childish things, including the childishness and the desire to be very grown up. C.S. Lewis. When I became a man, I put away childish things, including the fear of childishness and the desire to be very grown up. Keeping a journal. I told a friend he should do this as a suggestion for a hobby, and his reply was, "But I'm not a 14-year-old girl. WTF." Calling it a captain log has a bit more appeal to some people. Crying. It is so healthy to cry and it can prevent you from building up stress. Makeup. I'm not talking full mascara and shit. I mean for covering stuff up. I have terrible dark circles, and no amount of good quality regular sleep or skin cream will make them go away. I just have thin skin there. My wife offered me some makeup to cover them and it was incredible. Totally invisible too. This was higher priced stuff though, so be wary of the cheap stuff. Edit. Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer for those wondering. Use moisturizer. At 31, I look better and younger than I did at 21. I mean, I started regularly working out, drinking tons more water, and eating properly at 23/24, as well as stopped drinking booze 2 years ago, so those helped too, but moisturizing definitely helps. No one else has said cooking. I love creating a delicious balanced meal, and quite a few women love that. Cooking is not unmanly. Hell, it should be considered unmanly if you can't cook. Sitting down to pee. Probably 50% of my home court pisses are seated now. Middle of the night. Sit down and keep sleeping. Don't want to put your book down? No problem. Bonus is you don't have to wash your hands if you don't touch anything. To be clear, if I'm not at home, I'm standing. Update. Yes, I wash my hands all the time. I'm not a savage. I just don't usually flush pee. Judging from this thread, that could be a whole other story. And yes, I live alone and keep my bathroom clean as hell, except for the pee often sitting in the bowl. Having females friends that are just friends. Almost every one of my male friends only have other male friends. All the females in their life, they're just trying to fuck or date. Pretty much everything and anything stigmatized as gay or unmanly is probably going to improve your life, or at the very least is worth trying. Investing in a better grooming routine. Trying feminine hobbies like dancing or knitting. Thinking about and considering your feelings. Being more open to giving and receiving comfort and affection. Being unashamed of liking genuinely good shit like fruity cocktails and bright colors. Prostate orgasms. Really, toxic masculinity has stripped men of so much and forced a lot of them to live scrunched up, repressed little lives. Learning to let go of that will really help open up your world so much. Going to a salon with actual stylists for haircuts. What a difference it makes to have someone who knows how to make your specific face look better rather than slapping on a one-size-fits-all cut. Plus salons frequently offer sparkling water, wine, etc., which is always a nice plus. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.